So, hello everybody. Hopefully everybody's having a nice day. Today we're going to be talking about the Weaponized Conada that finally came out today. And I'm sorry to tell you that we're going to throw this helicopter into the wasted potential box. It is trash. It is a tragedy, honestly. And I'm pissed about it because, first off, we haven't had a good helicopter in forever. And number two, it just looks so cool. Look at it. It's a beautiful looking helicopter. It's so beautiful. I love the look of this thing. And it saddens me because I wanted this thing to be good. And it's trash. It's tragedy. It's terrible. It's basically the same story as the Annihilator stuff, where it's a beautiful looking helicopter that we're gonna throw into the trash can because it just sucks. It has no armor. But yeah, let's start off with the negatives first. So number one, a player icon. So this is terrible because people know what you're in. At least the Buzzard has no, it has the helicopter normal icon. So that's great. So that way people don't know what you're in. You could be in any helicopter. But number two, the armor. So as you guys saw, RPG, one rocket. Homing missile, one rocket. Okay, well what about the railgun? Well, guess what? One shot. Okay, well, what about the explosive sniper? Now, this is where I have some good news. The explosive sniper, it takes actually 5 shots to destroy it. But in reality, this doesn't matter. Because number one, people, once they realize what this does, how much it takes, they're just going to shoot you with homing rockets repeatedly so you blow up in one shot. Or they're just going to shoot you with the railgun, which is what people use nowadays to take down helicopters, as it wasn't already easy enough to take them down. But yeah, it's just negatives. It's just negatives after negatives. Okay, well, what about the machine guns? Are the machine guns good? No, because they're not even firing directly. They fire down for whatever reason. Like GB, for some reason, he just could not hit the wall in front of me. It just, for some reason, the machine guns always fire a little bit down. It's not like the Buzzer where they're centered. It just does that. So GB decided to get a little bit of higher ground to see if he could hit the wall, and no, he hits the floor. It makes no sense. And what about the missiles? Are the missiles good? No, they're the same missiles as the Buzzer. 1-2 reload, 1-2 reload. Do they at least have better tracking than the Buzzer? No, it's the same missiles. It's terrible. The machine guns also on the Weaponized Conada are terrible because it has the same machine guns from the Yakula. Any of you guys know anything about the Yakula is that the Yakula machine guns have terrible damage and terrible fire rate. So what are you left with? Well, you're left with a terrible helicopter. A helicopter that the only thing that it has over the Buzzard is that it ascends and descends faster and is slightly faster in terms of top speed. That's the only thing I can think of. Other than that, let's talk about the negatives. Number one, the weapons. Terrible machine guns and terrible missiles. Okay, number two, let's talk about how many people it can hold. 2. Well, the normal Conada can hold more than 2. What happened to it? Well, Rockstar decided to close the doors and put a bunch of crates and boxes in the back for whatever reason. I don't know. They just did. If you look at the Weaponized Conada, look at it closely from my angle, right? You can see some boxes in the back. It's not detailed whatsoever. It just has some sort of fishnet on top of it, so you guys can't see what it is, but yeah, they just decided to close that. So you have terrible weapons. You have the same ability the same amount of people you can hold in the Sparrow. So as you guys can see, it's not very good. So what about the interaction menu? Can I at least call it next to me so I can use it? No, no, you cannot. Basically, what this is where you get the CEO Buzzard or the Sparrow, where you can call it next to you and you can spawn up on the street so you can go and move to do your missions or whatever you're going to do. Can you do that? Nope. You have to call it basically through the interaction menu, and it has to go to one of those jet spawns or normal spawns where aircraft spawn. Basically, you have to go all the way around and look for it. Absolutely dreadful. And what people might do is just grab a Sparrow or a Buzzard to get to their actual Weaponized Conada. But why would you do that when the Buzzard and the Sparrow itself are better? Basically, what you're getting here is getting yourself in a helicopter so you can downgrade yourself. That's the only thing you're doing. And that's pretty much it. It's a 3.5 pile of trash. sadly. And this is, I'm going to say this as much as I hate it. This helicopter is worse than the Annihilator Stealth in every way because the Annihilator Stealth has stealth, number one. Number two, it can hold a lot more people. And number three, it can spam missiles. This one doesn't do that. This one doesn't do anything. It's just a worse buzzard in every way. Hey, I'd rather give up some performance issues for the ability to have more people. Like this one can hold 4. The Weaponized Conada can hold 2. It's like there's no reason to buy it. It doesn't even have countermeasures. If you go to actually buy it and you go to the menu, you cannot buy countermeasures. Or you cannot get rid of the shit in the back so you can store more people. So what are you left with? A shitty 3.5 million helicopter that looks cool and doesn't do anything else. Because I'm going to say this, don't even bother using this for a dogfight against anything. It blows up in 1 rocket, so if the Sparrow hits you even once, you're done. It does have good it does climb pretty good, but like if you don't do enough damage, then what does it matter? Because all it takes is 1 lucky rocket, even if you're putting them like completely smoking. All it takes is 1 lucky rocket and that's it. Maybe if you have a good aim and you manage to completely melt them, but don't even bother taking this thing up against a Savage or a Hunter or any other person that knows what they're doing, even in a Buzzard or a Sparrow, because what they're going to do is just free aim you. It's just, no. Even the Annihilator, the regular Annihilator, you take it in a dogfight against this thing, the Annihilator is just going to smoke this thing, because all it takes is like 3 bullets from the Buzzard or the Annihilator, and bam, you're already smoking. And don't even bother thinking you're going to take an explosive with this thing. Hell no. So what you're left with is just a 3.5 million power trash, which is great. Another thing to add to the, wasted potential box. Let's just throw it with the Annihilator itself, and the Alkanos, and the Volto, and the Bombushka, and all the other things that have been thrown in there. Just absolutely dreadful. Embarrassing. Like, again, if you want to buy this helicopter, just buy it for the looks, because it really does look amazing. But that's all you're going to get. Other than that, it's a pile of shit. Now, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and hopefully it has helped. And sadly, it's just wasted potential, sadly. But yeah, have a nice day, and I'll talk to you guys later with the next video or live stream. Bye-bye.